From Texas honky-tonk to the heartfelt lyrics and melodies of Nashville country, Macelyn Batten is making a name for herself right here in the Carolinas. Let's welcome her on this week's Spotlight Music Series. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you.
So you've been here in Charleston for the last 4 years, just about. Mm-hmm. It wasn't necessarily music that brought you here.
It was not.
Tell us why.
So in 2021, I matched out of medical school to be here for general surgery residency.
So you are a general surgeon resident at MUSC.
Yes,
Congratulations on that.
Thank you very
Your family
much.
must be so proud.
They are.
So you have been performing surgeries and performing on stage during this time. How do you balance the two?
Right. So the first 2 of the last 4 years were dedicated solely to the hospital. Over the last 2 years, though, I had the opportunity to go out for research, and with that came some free time. And I've always loved music, and I used to play a bit more when I was in college, and so I picked it back up. And
goodness gracious,
here we are.
So where did you? So when you were kind of coming up in age, you were deciding whether you wanted to be a musician versus being a doctor, or you just felt like you had a talent for both? And
honestly, I never considered music as something that I would ever get to do in front of people or even wildly get paid for, but I was always good at school and good with my hands, and I loved helping people, so medicine always was, the obvious answer for that. But over the last 2 years, I've had a lot go on in life, and music has been an incredible outlet for me to get through those things.
We were joking before we got started. I said the medical was the fallback to your musical career, because you've done very well with your music. Yeah. So maybe you could share a bit about some of the inspiration behind your songs and also the sound. I mentioned honky-tonk and Nashville country, which very different flavors.
Definitely. I think I contribute a lot of the influences from my youth. I grew up with a family that loved country music, especially old country like George Jones, Waylon Jennings, Patsy Cline, all those people. So those are my first memories of country music. And
where did you grow up?
Outside of Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
not too far.
I'm a Carolina girl through and through.
You've got the accent to match too, my goodness.
Yeah. So those are where my influences come from as far as the music that I love. But the music that I've written over the last 2 years have really come through divorce and some personal losses in life as well, and just day-to-day things that I think a lot of people, especially younger people, have to go through, unfortunately. So I don't regret anything that's happened. I think everything happens for a reason, and it's definitely brought some beautiful art and beautiful people into my life.
And the fact that you're singing about it and that you are being the example on stage for others, that also helps them heal as well. So I'm sure for yourself that's a healing, cathartic process to write songs and to perform them.
It's
incredible.
Also
for the listener.
Yeah, whenever someone comes up after a song that I've played and they say, I'm going through the same thing and thank you so much for playing that song, it makes it all the nerves and are they going to like it? Are they going to listen?
That must be a very powerful feeling, very vindicating, I would imagine. And who taught you how to play? So you play the guitar.
I play the guitar.
Are you self-taught? Did you take lessons?
So my mom and dad put me in piano lessons when I was young, and I did piano for years, which I think is a great instrument to learn for anyone that's looking to start getting into music and playing instruments. But I took one class in high school for guitar, and then just kind of self-taught along the way, as well as some of the musicians I've gotten to play with over the past couple of years. They've taught me so much.
And it's a great community here too, isn't it?
Incredible community, yes.
Yeah, between here and North Carolina, but we've got a burgeoning musical community in Charleston. Where are some of the places that you've played? Do you have any stints?
So I do play at Frontier Lounge downtown quite often. Usually there at least once a weekend, if not twice a week. Henry's on Market Street. The guys there have been so good to me. They've become family, and I play there at least once a week typically too. So those are the 2 main places, but I play anywhere from Allendale, Mount Pleasant, North Charleston, West Ashley, Johns, and James Island. So.
And where can people find your music?
I don't have anything published yet, but I'm excited to say that I finally recorded last Tuesday.
Oh, congratulations.
And we've got an acoustic EP coming out soon. So.
Oh, wonderful. All right, so it'll be downloadable within
within the next month.
Next month. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we stay tuned for that. And when you're over the operating table, does any inspiration come to you there, or following? I'm sure you're very focused on the task at hand, but
during the surgeries, not so much. I mean, I think there are a few core kind of principles that guide anybody when they're dedicated to a craft like that. But for me, some of the inspiration I've found has been in patient rooms or seeing families interact, and some of the stories that I've seen, and maybe even stories I don't know about, but I can kind of make up in my head, have really been some of the coolest inspirations for stories.
Well, Dr. Macelyn Batten, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
And what are you going to be performing for us today?
So today I'm going to be performing a song I wrote called The Table. It's about my late grandmother, Marilyn.
Oh.
And it's a song I really wrote for my mom to help her kind of get through her passing. So
That's wonderful.
If I don't do anything else in life, I'm very proud of that song.
That's
I hope
wonderful.
everybody loves it.
Well, thank
too.
you so much. All right, we're going to hear that after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.